Coming up, awesome dioramas, killer customs, a figure giveaway, and this droid right here is getting opened. This is episode 26 of the Kessel Run Review. Welcome to another episode of the Kessel Run Review. I have some unbelievable diorama work for you to check out. Some ultra cool Clone Wars era customs. And this time we have a figure giveaway with a Black Series or Vintage collection option. But first, let's check out some super cool additions to my collection in this installment of Hot Off the Falcon. The Rothana Heavy Engineering TX-225A occupier tank was created for Rogue One, where it can be seen hauling kyber crystals around Jeddah. Since it is part of the Vintage collection, it comes in a box with the great-looking vintage-style packaging featuring a cool photo of the vehicle in action. The combat assault tank is covered in the fine detail and realistic weathering that the Vintage collection keeps on delivering. It rides on moving treads and has 2 rotating laser cannons. Multiple hatches open up into a nicely sculpted space where there is room for the tank commander and 2 drivers. On its back, the tank carries 3 cargo containers, one of which opens up to reveal kyber crystals secured inside. Once I had the tank, I had to open up a driver to operate it, and I have a commander for it on the way. With this super cool combat assault tank, my Imperial Army grows even stronger. It's been a while since I have found anything on an actual store shelf. But recently, while grabbing some groceries, I came across the entire current repack wave. I grabbed a Bespin Han and a C-3PO. The new face sculpt on Han looks great, and in my opinion is a vast improvement on the last release. The C-3PO is a very nice figure as well. With this release, his removable panels have been eliminated, which doesn't bother me at all. But what is a little odd about this figure is the card. 3PO with 1 silver leg is how we see him in A New Hope. And the image on the card matches that showing him in the control room on the first Death Star. But the logo that appears on the card is the Empire Strikes Back. Here's where this gets really weird. The Vintage collection release of R2-D2 seems to have a similar issue. R2 is on a Star Wars card, but is clearly the dirtied up version seen on Dagobah. So is this a really obscure Easter egg referencing the 4-Lam Zuckuss switch, or just a simple mistake? The Black Series Imperial probe droid looks so good in the box, I was really hesitant to take it out. I think the packaging on this one is especially cool, blending the elements from both the Black Series and Vintage collection packaging styles. But once out of the box, this droid looks even better. The see-through stand is the perfect accessory and lets you display the probe droid as if he was hovering. Expertly sculpted details and superb paint apps make this the best Imperial probe droid released so far. So even though the Black Series is not the primary focus of my collection, I just couldn't pass him up.
In a time long before the Clone Wars began,
Yes.
age-old questions will be answered.
Yes. Do it.
How did it all begin?
Yes.
Can young love and evil darkness blossom together?
Yes. Yes.
And who the heck would hook up with Palpatine?
Wait, what? This is not what I was told this would be about. It does not transpire according to my design.
Have you seen the awesome work of J Custom Figures? Or the amazing dioramas made by Budfutu, aka Blue Harvest Studios? Let's take a look in this edition of Custom Cargo.
I made a lot of special modifications myself.
First up, we have J Custom Figures with his 6-inch 104th Wolfpack Battalion. He said he spent 2 full days with some trial and error mixing the gray paint to get it to match, swapped out several of the parts including the helmets which he used spare figure arts helmets, created a comma for Wolf, and added weathering. J Custom Figures said he always collected clones from day one. However, there wasn't much need for various designs until the Clone Wars came out, and at that moment he needed every single design for his 3 3/4 collection. He started out as a kid, buying loads of Echoes and swapping out heads with Rex and Matchstick or adding goatees and tattoos for variation. Then the hobby just grew from there. Here we have Captain Locke of Horn Company. Built from a standard Hasbro 6-inch Black Series body, J Custom Figures gave him a new paint job and added some weathering. When it comes to his favorite Star Wars character, he says it's the Clone Trooper Denal. He's only in 2 episodes of the Clone Wars, with a total of 4 speaking lines, but he fell in love with his design from day one. Here we have my favorite, the 332nd Clone Company. Using figure arch bodies, J Custom Figures added magnets to the 2 different chest plates each figure comes with, created new helmets, repainted the figures, and added weathering. When asked what was the very first Star Wars character he ever owned was, J Custom Figures told me that it was either a 1999 Obi-Wan or Qui-Gon Jinn. J Custom Figures has created a ton of fantastic clone customs. You can check out more of his work at instagram.com/jcustomfigures. Ladies and gents, hold on to your seats as I present you with the stunning dioramas of Budfutu, also known as Blue Harvest Studios. Here is the first diorama Budfutu ever built, Jabba's Palace. He started with the throne, and once he knew he could accomplish that, began working his way out of the trophy room and beyond. Everything is scratch built and made from sheets of MDF, except a few of the accessories. The Jerba head, pipe, and stand, and various bowls and cups are from Outer Rim Traders, and the gargoyle heads, rotisserie, and rancor grill are from Figureworks.com. Budfutu told me that he used to keep his figures boxed, but then one day decided to open them. He thought they looked plain just standing on the shelf, so he decided to build backgrounds for them. That just turned into full-blown dioramas, which turned into toy photography. Next up, we have the Mos Eisley Market. Everything in this beautiful rendition is scratch built. The bowls are made from bottle caps, the food bin is made from cardboard and skewers, the yellow food holder and the barbecue are made from PVC pipe joints, and the food are various seeds and pips from different trees and flowers from the garden. When asked what the very first Star Wars character he ever owned was, Budfutu told me that it was a stormtrooper when he was a kid in the 80s. As to his favorite character, Han or R2, maybe? He really can't say. To see more of the gorgeous dios by Budfutu, go to instagram.com/Budfutu or instagram.com/BlueHarvestStudios. I have one more thing that I want to share with you. I received a big box of parts from Outer Rim Traders, and there was some amazingly cool stuff in there. Here are some boxes, cases, barrels, and vases that, with a little paint, will fit nicely into so many different Star Wars dioramas. Many of the sculpts are available in both 6 and 3 3/4 inch scales, but with stuff like this cargo container, the scales are basically interchangeable. I would really like to have a hanger bay like the one that I used to, and there is some great stuff here to fill one in. If you want to check out all the parts and accessories Outer Rim Traders has to offer, just go to facebook.com/outerrimtraders and click the Shop Now link.
I made a lot of special modifications myself.
It seems like we could all use a little fun right now, so in this episode, I'm having a figure giveaway. So here's the deal, it's going to be winner's choice of this Black Series First Order Snowtrooper or this Vintage Collection Zuri Bliss. All you have to do to enter is 1. Be a subscriber, 2. Like this video, and 3. Leave a comment on this video which says which of these 2 figures you would choose. 30 days after the upload date of this video, a random winner will be selected and announced on our next show. Well, that's it for this episode. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the comments section below. For a chance to have your finished customs or dioramas featured on the show, use hashtag KesselRunReview on Instagram or email me at kesselrunreview@gmail.com. Thanks to J Custom Figures and Budfutu for letting me show their work, and thank you for watching. Until next time, my friends, may the Force be with you.
He can go about his business. Move along.